Book or movie?
Movie or book?
That is the question.
So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about what is better, books or movies, and we are going to talk about the movies that are based on books.
So, first movie that I wanted to talk about is The Great Gatsby, and the movie is the equalization with Leo DiCaprio, which I think everyone knows. I read the book I think 2 years ago, and to be honest, I read the book after I've seen this equalization.
If you want to know the premises of this book, it's about a man who was poor, and the richer man takes him, and he becomes richer, and he starts to spend more time in richer parties. And also it's about a man who makes a lot of parties. I think the Gatsby era is known for parties.
To be honest, on this one I liked the movie better. I think the Leo DiCaprio has to do something with this one, but who knows? How do you feel? The book was better or the movie? I want to know your opinion on this one.
The second book that we are going to talk about today is The Hunger Games.
It's not actually a book, it's a series.
To be honest, on this one I also seen the movie before I read the books, but I really enjoyed the books. I couldn't imagine anyone else on the place of Katniss, so the actress did a very good job.
The premise of this book: in the future there are 13 districts that should compete in the Hunger Games. These Hunger Games are an event that happens every year, and from each district a boy and a girl are chosen to go there and compete from their districts.
Our main character, Katniss, is 17 or 18 years old, and her sister, who is 13, was chosen for these games. Katniss volunteers to go there instead of her sister. I think this series made a revolution in the book or movie world, because all the movies that came since remind me about the Hunger Games. This book series made other books to came to life, and it was a phenomenon.
On this one, I think I like the books better, because there are so much more details that we can see in the books, but we can't see in the movies. Do you like better the movies or do you like better books?
Our hearts beat to the city streets.
The third book that was made into movie, it's a old one. I think it's 2010, the year when the movie came. It's P.S. I Love You. I've read it. I read it a long time ago. I think 7-8 years ago. I've seen the movie also a long time ago, but I've rewatched the movie I think 2 or 3 times, which says something about the movie.
The premise of this book is actually it's sad. There is a woman and her husband died because of cancer, I think, and he leaves her letters to open after he died, and she must go on with her life after reading these letters. And I think this is the most romantic thing.
I like the movie more than the book, because in the book she receives all these letters at the same time and she opens them later, but in the movie it's more magical how she receives this letter. She doesn't know when she will receive a new letter, and we can see her life between these letters. And I think how this movie was made, it's so unrealistically and magically good. It gives you a pleasure to watch it. Aesthetically it's very pleasant to watch, and also the actors were pretty amazing. If you didn't see this movie, please watch. It's an older movie, but It's really good and it deserves so much more hype. Next book, it's actually a series of books. It's Harry Potter books, which I read when I was an adult. I couldn't read them when I was a child because we didn't have them in my country back then, or maybe we did have, but I didn't have money to buy them.
The movies are very close to my heart because they are so magical and I rewatch them so many times. I think I know every line already in the movies.
The books I've started to read, I think in the time of the pandemic. I couldn't read much then because everything around was collapsing and everyone was losing their jobs, and it was a hard time for everyone. These books were a form of escapism for me, and I've read them all, I think, in 1 month, which is crazy. I really enjoy them, and to be honest, I really like them.
I think here I am 50-50. In the books you can find so much more information that you didn't understand from the movie. The movies are closer to my heart because these are movies from my childhood. They will really stay with me all my life.
Do you like better the movies or the books? Because I couldn't decide on this one, so for me they are on the same place. Next book that I'm going to talk about is The Green Mile. It's a book about an inmate who has a death sentence because it is believed that he killed 2 little girls. I think the girl's father found them with him. He was carrying them in his hands. He was a very big man and was crying.
The ecanization of this book, it's actually a very popular ecanization. A lot of people don't know that actually this is a book by Stephen King. I've met people who didn't know that this is a book written by Stephen King, and they are shocked when they hear about it.
I really enjoyed the book, but the movie with Tom Hanks was fantastic. I think his performance was amazing. So I think I'm getting a little bit old, but I think that movies like this are not made anymore. So I don't see movies that are so deeply hurting me and so deeply touch my soul. And I think the book and the movie are both exceptional, and I think Stephen King is hands down the best author out there. I read so many books written by him, and I hope I will read them all because they are a lot, to be honest. I don't know when he finds the time to write some more.
What are your thoughts on this one? Do you like the book better or do you like the movie better? And why? Let's talk about a children's book, The Chronicles of Narnia. It's my childhood book. I've read it when I was, I think, 8 years old. That book really got me into reading more. I think at the time I've read the second part, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I didn't know that is the second book. We had just this one in our library. I remember how I've read it for the first time. I was so struck by the magic that was happening there, about this thing that a wardrobe can lead you to a new world where you can meet creatures that I haven't found in other books. Yeah, that book was pretty amazing, and I think every children should read it.
When I was older, I found out there is a series of books. I bought them and read them, and I really enjoyed them even if I was older. I think these books will be very interesting to read with the children because they are not offensive. They are okay, there are stuff happening there, but it's not like they are so bad.
About the movie, movies that were filmed based on this book. When I was little, I think I enjoyed them, but I rewatched them as an adult and I don't like them. I wasn't really enjoying the movies as I've enjoyed the books when I read them as an adult, and that says something. What do you like better, the movies or the books of Chronicles of Narnia? Do androids dream of electric sheep? So this is our next book. It's I think this book name is the best name that I've ever encountered in a book. Did you hear of or did you read this book? The movie based on this book, it's called Blade Runner, and it has actually two ecranizations, one with Harrison Ford and one with Ryan Gosling. I haven't finished any one of them. I really tried to watch these movies, but I really did not enjoy to watch them, and I stopped, I think, after half a movie on each one.
But I have read the book, The Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. It's a very futuristic book. Like the movies, it's very strange. You don't know what is happening, what are you doing. Basically, you are following a man who should catch escaped androids and bring them to the justice, like a kind of policeman in the future. We are in his head and we see all these thoughts that he has about the job that he does. It's a really strange book, and the ending was not the best. All books of this author are very strange, and I don't know if I like them or not.
Did you read the book, or maybe you watched the movie? And what are your thoughts on this?
The bonus chapter, it's actually not a book, but a game, The Last of Us. Have you heard about the game, or maybe you watched the TV show that HBO made based on this game?
It's not a book, but I really enjoy this game. This is my first game on PS5. There was a virus, and this virus made almost all the population into the zombies. We are starting when this virus starts, and then we are getting I think 10 years after the virus, or 12 years after the virus started. This game was really good. I've finished it in a week, and this says a lot because I didn't play video games prior to that, but this game got me into other games. If you like a good storytelling, then you should definitely try to play this game because it's really interesting. And for people who read the books, it's going to be like reading a book, basically.
I've seen the TV show on HBO, but to be honest, I didn't enjoy it as much as the game. The TV show is very nicely filmed and the actors are great, but the game was better on this one. I really connected to the characters in the game, and I didn't connect it as much with the characters in the TV show.
I guess that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time!